Shay. I'm here to do my field agent video for you guys because it looks like quite a few of you guys want me to do a video on this. I know that a lot of us don't use field agent, and a lot of that could be because, you know, we just don't really know a lot about it. In fact, I've only been using it for like 2 months. I say 9 weeks at most. And so I'm only going to share with you what I know thus far. But if you're new here and this is your first time seeing this lovely face right here, I'm Shay with the pow pow. Definitely take a second and subscribe. Also make sure to smash like button and support your girl. So I figured, since I don't have any videos planned between now and Thanksgiving, I would just kind of low-key take advantage of this time and get some videos recorded for you guys. And so we're gonna be going over field agent. Now, I don't know everything about field agent. I'm only going to share with you what I know. And again, if those of you who are seasoned, you know, field agents, you want to chime in the comments, definitely do that. Because again, I do not know everything. I did take some notes this morning. And I'll probably either do a screen record or I'll do screenshots for you guys as well. I also recorded a couple jobs that I did last week as well that I'll include probably at the end of this video. It is an app that you have to download, okay? You do have to link a bank account to this. It has to be a bank account. I think the only other app that we have to add a bank account to is Upromise. With that one, you have to add a bank account as well. You have to have a minimum of $3 to cash out, which is awesome. I normally cash out twice a week. I usually cash out at the end of each haul. It normally takes about a day or two for it to hit your bank account. Customer service, as you know with these apps, customer service is so important. And like, how are you going to handle me if I have to reach out to you? If something doesn't go right, how are we going to fix it, right? Are you going to ignore me? Because as we know, if you ignore me, it's not going to work out. Like, this is not going to be a healthy relationship. It's just not. And their customer service was super, super awesome. When I used this app a super duper long time ago, mind you, and I didn't use it very much. I just stopped using it because I never had any offers. There was never anything there. And so I reached out to customer support. Apparently at some point, I deleted my account. The customer rep was super, super awesome. She went back and forth with me. And so I was able to set up another account. She was able to take, because it is one account per device. And so I still had the older account on my device. She was able to take it off or whatever. I don't know what she did. Because when I set up the new account, I wasn't able to log in because of the previous account that I had logged in on my phone. And so she was able to fix that. Ever since then, you guys, I've been having offers. Now let me say this. Majority of the jobs that I do on field agent, you guys, are shelf view, meaning you go in, they tell you a specific area you want to take pictures of, and you just take pictures, and that is it. That is probably 95% of what I do on field agent is shelf views. I also do, what are they called? Store walks. I've done display dash. I've done the ticket jobs as well. One of you guys told me about that. I've done audits. I did one in-store survey. And so yeah, most of the stuff that I do is just taking pictures. I do the buy-in tries, are the rate and reviews, what they call them. I do those as well, but majority of what I do, I just go in and I just take pictures. And that takes like no time, especially if you choose stores that you're familiar with. Like, I do Food for Less a lot because it's right here by my house. Walgreens and CVS are close to me. Vaughn's is super close to me. So I kind of like try to stick to the stores that are really close to my house. If I know I have to go to Food for Less today, I'm going to see if I can work on getting some jobs there. Or if I know I got to go to Target, I'm seeing what I can do at Target. Not only Target, what I can do on my way to Target. So that's kind of how I do it. I feel like with field agent, because it doesn't pay you a lot. I will say that, like, the jobs are normally between, I'd say $3 and for me the most was like $10, right? And so they don't pay a lot, but it does add up, and it works best if you're able to, like I said, lump a bunch of jobs together and do 3 or 4 at the same store, which is what I normally do. And again, the jobs don't take long if you're just kind of getting it out. I know when I first started doing the shelf views and taking pictures, I would be a little nervous in the store taking pictures and stuff, and they'd probably be like, what is she doing? She's a weirdo. And now I think some of these stores are used to seeing me now, that I just get in and I get out. And so yeah, so there is that. But yeah, customer service is awesome. As far as taxes, now I know they did revert back to the previous tax thing where it was like it went from 600 and now it's 20,000 before you have to report it, or 2,000 transactions. And so that shouldn't be a problem, obviously. The first tab at the bottom, or actually it's the last tab, it's the account tab. And on this, it's gonna have your little, it has your name, it has your time earnings, which mine's at this time of recording is 298. Your agent score is based on how many jobs you do. So obviously the more successful jobs you do, the higher your score is going to be. Job accuracy involves how you do your job and how accurate you are with your job. And for right now, mine is 99%. I have a current balance of $21, which is what I've done in the last couple days. All of my jobs have cleared as of now. I did 3 yesterday. And then you can cash out. When you click to cash out, it's automatically going to have a pop-up that's going to show your banking information, and you just cash out. Again, it takes 1 or 2 days for it to hit your bank, which is cool. The next tab is Explore. The Explore tab, now if you're new to Field Agent, you want to go through your briefcase and you want to read all of the information that's there. There's the essentials, there's the job guides, and then there's the agent aids, right? You want to read through all of that, all right? What I would just do is whenever I had downtime, I would just kind of read through some of the stuff. It shows you about all the jobs, how to take pictures, what each job entails. Just kind of like do a piece at a time so that it's not overwhelming for you, because again, it can be. The next tab is the search tab. Now the search tab is where you're gonna find jobs. That's where they're gonna pop up in the search tab. I find with me, I have to refresh. Like sometimes if I'm not really doing anything, I'm just watching TV, I'll sit there and I'll just be refreshing. And as soon as it pops up, if I know that I want to do it, I click on it really fast, because I will tell you, they go really fast, like really fast. And that's why I know a lot of us probably don't see anything on there. If you just go on there and you just check one time, you're not going to see anything. I just constantly refresh. If I'm just watching TV, I'm not doing anything else, I'll just be sitting there refreshing. But when you click on the offer and you scroll down, if it's a buy and try or rate and review, I think it's called, then you scroll down, it'll tell you exactly what you have to buy, the size, the scent. You want to buy the correct product. It tells you what store to get it from. It tells you the UPC. You want to make sure you buy the exact product. Now, if you're doing a buy and try or rate and review, and it's telling you to buy a specific item at a specific store and you can't find that item at the store, you do want to still go through the process of the survey. And when it says, could you find the product, you're just going to say no. It'll have you take a picture of that particular aisle or section, and then you'll still get the bounty for it. So if it was paying you $2, which most of the bounties, if not all of the bounties for buy and tries or rate and reviews are $2, then you'll still get the $2 for at least going. Now, I was so excited when I got this one for pots and pans. It was for the Talfa brand. I got it last week, you guys. It was at Target, and I was just like, we really, really needed pots and pans as well. And so they had one for them at Target, and I was so excited, and they don't carry it at my store. So I was so bummed. It was a 3-piece Talfa. It was like the frying pans, like 3 sizes. So I would have bought them, and they would have reimbursed me the price of the item plus $2. So it would have been a $2 moneymaker, which would have been awesome. But again, they didn't have them, but I still got the $2 for that. The other couple things that I saw last week was was roller skates for kids. There was one for boys and one for girls. And again, you have to go to this specific store, you buy the product, and once you do the survey and everything, and a lot of times with the buy tries and the rating reviews, you have to actually do a review on their website, on the brand's website. But yeah, that was a bummer that they didn't have it at my store. I was so bummed. But that's where all the offers will pop up under the search. Now you can also filter it as well by clicking the top filter button at the top right to filter it. I always filter it to, this is what I stick to. I mean, distance is always going to be 15 miles. I don't want to drive far for something. I group mines, our display mines grouped. I sort by distance because I want I want to see what's closest to me. The very bottom, hidden jobs, those are just jobs that you hide. Now, when you go to search and you see jobs that you just know that you don't want, like I don't want I Spies. I don't want to have to go on a scavenger hunt. Those are jobs that they give you a brief description. They may give you a UPC. You have to go and search for the product. I haven't did those because I feel like I'd be in there just wandering around like with my head cut off trying to figure out, and I would just be wasting my time. So I haven't done those before. So whenever I see those pop up, I just automatically hide them. And that's why you see 14 hidden jobs, because I just hide them. Like I don't want to see them. And you just swipe it for that. And then if you ever want to view your hidden ones, you just click view hidden, and it'll pop back up into your search. Now, as far as the jobs, right, there's a ton of different jobs that they do offer. The number one for me is shelf view. Shelf views normally pay, I've seen them as low as $2. The ones I've done are $3. I notice alcohol, it's usually more, $4.55, sometimes upwards of $7. But yeah, those vary. Shelf view, they tell you a specific category that you're going to take pictures of. And the one I've been doing a lot lately is cookies, crackers, trail mix, and what's the other item? I forgot the fourth one. But you just go and you just take a picture of that. Every 4 feet you take a picture, and then you have to walk the store and see if you see any extra items of that particular category in different parts of the store. And then it'll move to the next category, and it'll be like this one was cookies, and then it went to crackers, and then it went to trail mix. There was another one that it was a part of that as well, because I did it at CVS, which I like CVS because CVS is so small. I've done it at the Chevron gas station, and so there's that. But those shelf views are super, super easy, especially if you know your store. I mean, you really don't have to know your store as long as you're taking pictures of the correct categories. And then when you take pictures, you want your phone to be like this, in portrait, not landscape. And you just take a picture. And you want to make sure that you're taking a picture from the top of the shelf to the bottom. But those are shelf view. Store walks are when they have you walk a certain path in the store and you're taking pictures of certain categories. I did one, was it yesterday? And it was like personal hygiene, baby, personal care, like medications or pain meds. It was like 5 or 6 different categories. And as you walk this path, you're just taking pictures of displays or end caps. And you have to specify, if you see another category, you click yes. Is it an end cap? You have to specify what it is, end cap, palette, what kind of display it is. Take a picture and you just move along. And I did that yesterday at Target. That's called a store walk. Display dash is kind of similar, I think, but it's just displays, special displays. Ticket jobs you don't get anything, but when you do them, it does open it up for you to get other surveys. So always do the tickets. I used to just ignore them. One of you guys told me about it, but I used to just ignore them. Like, it ain't paying me nothing, why would I do it? But that's what it's for. And then not just that, but they do have a monthly drawing And that is based on how many tickets you have. And so right now I have 6 tickets, and so they're going to do a drawing on the 30th, and if you win cash money, which is cool. So always do the tickets. They open up other surveys for you to do that are like, can be like food ones, or they can be like buy and tries or rate and reviews. Rating and reviews and buy and tries require you to buy a specific item at a specific store. It has to be the same UPC, same cent, everything. You go to a specific store, you purchase it, and you have to do this within the app. Within the app, all of this stuff that you're doing is all within the app. All right. You click on the job. Once you get there, you click on the job. Now, for me personally, I don't wait till I get to the store. I click on this job before I get there. I want to see which areas I'm going to, so that when I get to the store, I know exactly where I'm going. As I'm walking to that category, to that aisle, I'm looking for things that are on that list, so that way when I do have to walk the store, I know where these items are already. That's just a tip from me that makes it easier for me. Like, if I know I'm going to the store, I gotta do crackers, cookies, trail mix, or whatever. I know that's where I'm going, and so it just makes it easier for me. It makes it faster for me. So I never wait until I get to the store. And so yeah, but yeah, buy and try and rate and reviews are kind of the same. Specific items, specific store. You go into the app. Can you find this product? Yes, I can. You have to take a picture of the item on the shelf. And then it tells you, okay, now you can go home and complete your survey. Once you get home, you have to take a picture of the item with the UPC crossed out. It'll have you do a review. There's a clause you have to include in your reviews. I have been reimbursed to give my honest review, something like that, right? You have to do a review on the brand's website. You have to do a screenshot that you did it. You have to do a screenshot that it was completed and that your review was accepted or whatever. Yeah, and then they reimburse you the price of the item plus tax if it's on a receipt by itself, and plus $2. All right, and I like doing those too, especially when they coincide with other apps. And with those items, you can use a coupon, from my understanding. I just never have, because it's like, why? I'm gonna get the money back, so there's no point in me using a coupon for something. You know what I mean? So I've never used a coupon for any of the items. And I did mention with ratings and reviews and buy and tries, if they don't have the product, it'll still pay you for going. All right, you just have to take a picture of the aisle or whatever. And yeah, pretty easy though. I think one I did get rejected because I forgot to do that. And so I think my time ran out, and then it counted against me. So that's the only one that I had that was rejected thus far. I know some people have had issues with the jobs being rejected. I haven't yet. I'm crossing my fingers. Audits. I have done audits. Audits is when they want you to go and look for a specific like display, right? They just want to make sure that it's there. Those are pretty easy too. I mean, some of these I might go in and only take 2 pictures and that's it. Like, easy. In-store survey. I did one in-store survey. It was on sugar-free candies, and I was in the store for like 10 minutes, maybe 15 at most, because they were busy. But yeah, those surveys, you can start them before you get there, and then once you get there, it'll have you take like a ton of pictures. I probably took like 12 to 15 pictures. I did have to do an actual video of me showing the shelf. They ask you some questions that you have to answer. And that was the in-store survey. And those do pay more. Like that one paid $10. And again, it's not bad if you're already there anyways. Like, I'm there doing my haul for you guys, and I'm able to make extra money while I'm there. So it's not like I'm, going out of my way just to do that. And then again, with all of these, when you click on it, you scroll down, it's going to give you everything that you need to know as far as what store, how much time you have. Most of these you have 4 hours to do. The buy tries and rate and reviews, you have 12 hours to do. If at any time you can't complete a job because you don't have time, you easily just swipe it and cancel the job. You will not be penalized for doing that, which is good. All right, so if you don't have time or you can't do it, just cancel it. Because I have had to cancel plenty, because if I'm accepting jobs all morning and I want to stay on a certain side of town, like my side of town, and some pop up on the other side, if I get enough on that side, I'll go. But if not, I'll just cancel them and just stay on this side, because sometimes I don't want to drive a little further if I don't have to. I think that's it. I mentioned work. The work, did I mention the work tab? Yeah, I did. Oh, for the processing, they can take upwards of 3 days to process. Like, I only had one that took 3 days, but most of them clear really, really fast. Like, some of them clear within like an hour. On the earnings page, it lists your year to date. Now your year to date does exclude the cost of your buy and tries and your rating and reviews. So it doesn't include the stuff that you have to buy. And there's in review, it tells you what's still in review, and then it tells you what's been denied. And like I said, I only had one that's been denied. This video was longer than I expected it to be. I'm hoping I can chop it down. But if anything, it'll give you something to listen to in the background while you're preparing Thanksgiving. And so with that being said, I can't think of anything else to add. I've made, how much have I made on Field Agent thus far? I've made almost $300, and I've only been using this app for 9 weeks, and I've already made $300, you guys. So if you're not using the app, definitely I have a link in the description. Try it out. Now I will say this really quick. When it comes to certain categories and taking pictures for the shelf views, I'm kind of picky with it. Like, I've done some at Vaughn's where it was like frozen food, and some of these jobs, they require you to open the refrigerators, and it just takes more time than it needs to for me. Those I sometimes will just not do because it involves more time. Now, I did do some last week at Walmart where it was the refrigerator section. It was like the whole ice cream section, and I didn't open any of the fridges, and they got accepted. So now I know I don't really have to. I mean, they do say open the refrigerators, and I have opened each door. Some of the doors have a little lock where when you open it so far, it locks, and I would open 2 doors at a time and take a picture like that. But when I was at Walmart, because they were so busy, I just took the pictures, and I was like, well, we'll just hopefully, you know, it'll go through, and it did. So yeah, so I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, again, don't forget to hit the like button, support your girl. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. As always, thanks again for watching. Bye, guys. All right, y'all. So this day I went to Target. I just thought I would throw in this part just to show you how easy it is to do these jobs and how quickly you can do them. They really shouldn't take a lot of time, especially as you get used to doing them. Again, I always kind of skip through it before I get there so that I know which aisles I'm going to. Not just that, but if, like, let's say I'm on one aisle and there's a lot of people there, rather than wait, I can just skip to the next aisle and then do that one and then go back and do the previous one. I'll do that sometimes as well. All of these do end in a display pic. I take a picture of the closest display, and then that's it. That's how you know that it's done. When you get back to the work page, once it's complete, you want to click on it. And so those 2 were done. So I only had 1 more to do this day. But it's super easy. This day I was at Vaughn's. I like doing Vaughn's because it's so close to the house. And I try to get like group a lot of them together so that way I can do like 3 while I'm there. But it's super, super easy. Now, with the work portion, you don't need Wi-Fi. But all of the other aspects of the app, you do need Wi-Fi. So just keep that in mind if you want to add this app to a device that's like, let's say it's a Wi-Fi device, then just know that the work portion you don't need Wi-Fi for. But most stores do have free Wi-Fi. I know Vons does have free Wi-Fi. I think all the grocery stores have free Wi-Fi. CVS has free Wi-Fi. Walgreens doesn't. I know Dollar Tree doesn't, but the larger stores do have free Wi-Fi. But these jobs, yeah, really, really easy. Like, it shouldn't take you much time at all to get in and get out and just do the job really fast. Like, I get in and get out. Again, it does help if you're familiar with your store and where everything is. Again, I always skip through it to see which aisles I have to go to. Now, if I get to a particular section and there's like a lot of people there and I don't want to wait, I'll just skip to the next aisle and do that one, and then I'll go back to the previous one. When you have to walk the store for other alternative places for certain things, I always say check the end caps. I was just running down to the other side, but I always check the end caps of that aisle first because a lot of times you'll find stuff on those end caps. Whenever I have to take pictures, if I'm able to move a display, like I moved the Nora, I will move it, but I always make sure to move it back. But yeah, it's super, super easy. I say just do one, do a store that's super close to you, do a store that you have to go to anyways. Again, I like going early. I made the mistake of doing Food for Less late in the day, and the store was just too crowded that I had to cancel it. And so yeah, as always, you guys, I really hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, don't forget to hit the like button. Definitely help support your girl. With that being said, I hope you have an amazing day, night, whenever you're watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.